And good morning from Scotty, Ray, and Candace. And she just reminded me of something that I did not know.
Friday the 13th.
Why did you even have to tell me? So I could have went all day and not known it.
Yeah, for all you superstitious people out there.
So I guess the only thing that well, maybe I am, and I didn't realize it, but like if a black cat walks in front of me, you're supposed to turn your hat around backwards until you get to the next turn.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've always been told that.
I thought you were supposed to do an X in the windshield.
Okay, maybe I need to start doing both.
I don't know. I just always go, oh my gosh.
But I was always told turn your hat around backwards till you make your next turn, you'll be okay.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a new one. What if you ain't got a hat on?
Well, you're messed up then.
Yeah, I think I had a Friday the 13th a couple of days back when everything was going wrong.
It does have those days.
Yeah.
And so to be prepared to leave for work a little bit early this morning, don't get bit by something, Yeah.
Maybe something really, really, really good will happen today.
And
we'll do a new tradition of Friday the 13th.
Like Trump will win Pennsylvania today?
Yeah, maybe so.
And he's 50,000, how many behind?
Miracles happen every day.
Yeah, I think that's what it's going to take.
Yeah.
We don't. We still don't know what to think about that.
Yeah, we don't. It's just a puzzle. It's like a puzzle.
The more news you watch, the more you go, oof. And maybe that's, I don't know.
Yeah, you got one side that's already posting pictures of Biden and Jill Biden,
Taking
Joe
over the
Biden,
White House.
talking about, about the First Lady and all this stuff, and I'm just going to say.
What you going to say now?
They were talking about how classy the First Lady, isn't she such a classy, smart First Lady? I'm going to tell you, the First Lady that we've had for the past almost 4 years has got more class in her pinky than anybody I've ever seen, except for maybe Jacqueline Kennedy, and she was.
And they
classy.
never put her on the cover of magazines. Never, God bless her. She went. All of them went through a lot.
Right.
Now, and you and I talked about this before we went on air about the different. And I posted one of the guys on the Facebook page here at Scotty Ray's Weather of the different preachers that have prophesized that Donald Trump would win. Now, there's been a whole bunch of them that backtracked and said, well, maybe I misinterpreted that.
Yeah.
Well, that Jeremiah Johnson, which is not the movie, said he ain't backing down. And then I watched another guy last night that says, quit watching TV. He goes, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, it's getting real hard not to think.
I know. I hate to even say, if.
Yeah, I know.
If this happens, because I feel like.
I even saw something on Newsmax that's hinted toward an election run in 24 instead of any hope of. So
And look, if Biden gets president, as long as he can do great things for this country and not have people under him that is just the total opposite of, in my heart, what I think is right. And I'm not saying I'm the one that, decides everything that's right or wrong, but.
Good moral values.
Right.
But
some good moral, things and instills that in everybody,
But I think we all know that Joe ain't going to be there long.
Yeah.
That's the underlying thing.
Yeah.
So something to think on there.
And that was like, to me, the elephant in the room that was not even addressed.
I know. And see, you done opened that Friday the 13th elephant on me. Now I'm depressed. I don't know what to do. I want to go back to bed.
It's going to be good thoughts from now on today.
Coming up,
Happy.
We'll look at your weather forecast for the weekend. Plus, we've got news headlines next here in just a moment with Scotty Ray and Candace. Let's take a moment or so and talk about saving you money on a home. That's Buffington Mobile Homes. That's the country lot where you save a lot. And they have a lot going on there. And I thought we'd do something a little different here this morning. Let's take a browse about what goes on at Buffington Mobile Homes and just show you what all you can find there. Of course, this is where you can go and take a look at everything on their Facebook page. But let's go over this morning and take a virtual tour of a home there. Have you done this lately? This is pretty neat. Now, if you spin around and you take a look at these large kitchens here, let's go in and take a look at this of what you can find there. Wow, look at all the spacious room you've got here. Decked out, the entire kitchen there, a great big bar. You can go on down the hall. This is pretty neat. Yeah, I like that. This would be your hallway where you can go in, a bedroom there, and you go through and come on down the hall. Spacious bathroom here in the hallway, another bedroom that you can go in, and then you can just go, look at that, closets, and you go back out, and you can go down the hall, and I want to say we got more bedrooms down this area. Yeah, a living room, entertainment room, I guess is what you would call this here. And you can find this and so much more at Buffington Mobile Homes. And this is this would be your like an office on this end. And as you go back down the hall, I'm going to assume that we've got another bedroom down here. This is neat. If you've have not been before, take that short drive to that Country Light Decatur. Only about 30 minutes from Meridian is all it'll take you. Yeah, here we go. This is your living room where we came in. And as we go in here, let's walk in here. This is going to be your master bedroom. Big and spacious, and boy, I'm not good at controlling things, am I? And then you would go in here to your master bathroom. Now, if that isn't beautiful, I don't know. That's a walk-in shower with the garden tub and all of that spacious and a big closet. Now, again, the home that you're looking for is there at Buffington Mobile Homes. Again, you can take that short drive, and it is a short drive on out to Buffington, and take a look at everything they have to offer. Let them show you a home. Miss Kathy will help you any way she can. Mike will as well. A short drive out there. Very, very affordable. Interest rates low. If you want to include your financing of your land, your home, it all happens in one big thing. They can do that, and you have one note. Don't have to worry about it. Very affordable. See them today. Again, that's Buffington Mobile Homes. Take that short drive out and visit with them. They'll be glad that you did, because good folks that take care of you.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Well, as we go back to talking about weather this morning, a big thank you there to EMEPA for always being there with us. They're very, very helpful. Well, I know that there's lots of talk about the hurricane. Well, that one is finally over. Let's take a look now as to what the National Weather Service has to tell us is going on our hurricane outlook as we pull this up. Now, Eta has moved out, no longer a threat. The Eta is no longer a threat. We're watching this right here. There's a 90% chance that this will turn into a cyclone, which will most likely then turn into a storm. Where it will go, it's undetermined at this point. I've seen models here. I've seen models there. It's extremely early, but it's the hurricane outlook, and we'll watch that closely. Now, storm predictions today. Where's it going to be happening? We got a little bit here on the tip of Florida, the southern Florida. Oklahoma, Missouri, Arkansas is a big swath of this. Washington State and Oregon getting pounded up here with the winter storms and things in this area here. And a little bit there in Utah. They're going to have some ice and snow as well. Tuscaloosa area, again, got some fog, and also areas down here in Texas for our friends that are down there working. Victoria, Houston area, be prepared. It's going to be some thick fog in those areas. Some rain here as we watch Eta move on down that coast there. So we've got a lot of weather action outside of Mississippi today in the United States. I know a lot of you have friends and family that are traveling and working off. As we look at temperatures, this is going to really scare you, what I'm going to show you next. We're above average. Now, we'll see 75, 78 degree weather this week. Next week, we'll see some 70, a little bit of some 60 degree weather, but, you know, that upper 60, 70 degree weather. This is what I said it's probably going to scare you here. We're much above average for the entire winter is what they're predicting. Most above average is going to be the Texas area, but look at here, we're in there. Can you believe this? And then as we move forward to December, is that changing? We're above average right here in Lauderdale County, and the southern part will be even warmer for the month of December. Now, will we have some cold days? Yes, but I'm just letting you know this is going to be one of those 2020 is going to go out with a bang, and it's going to be warm. So keep that in mind as you're planning what you're going to be doing this winter. Sunshine today is what the National Weather Service is telling us, so not bad at all. 75 sunshine. As we switch to tell you about what is actually going to go on. 74, 75, as I said today. Tonight, cooler, 48 for that low. We'll get into sunshine tomorrow, 77. Now, if you're planning on going hunting tomorrow afternoon, look for light variable wind, 5 to 10 in the morning. It should be great tomorrow afternoon. We'll have a 5 to 10 after dark Sunday morning. If you're trying to go before church, probably not such a good idea. Gusty, 20-mile-an-hour gust all day Sunday. As you wake up throughout the day. So I wouldn't suggest that. As we get back to Monday, we'll get sunshine again, and we'll get a high of about 67. So it'll get a little bit better as we mentioned on temperatures and things. Matter of fact, let's go this morning and take a look at what we've got when it comes to temperatures this morning. As we go out to Key Field there, we'll find that we're 47. We go up to NAS Meridian, also 47. Over in Jackson, they're looking at 49. Columbus sitting at 48 there at the Columbus Air Force Base, 43 in Starkville. They had a little cool snap there. As you look over here in Tuscaloosa, they're looking at the 50s. As we go up here to Murfreesboro and Nashville, a little bit cooler this morning for our friends that are sitting in those areas. 44 near Nashville there. Brentwood area, 48 right around downtown Nashville, 45 here in the Murfreesboro area. So a lot going on there as we back out. And as we noticed there, we do have some fog advisories, as I mentioned a moment ago, all the way from Tuscaloosa up through Huntsville. So if you're traveling 20 headed to Nashville, any of these areas, Oxford, Alabama, it's going to be some thick fog. We do have some rain over here in Arkansas. Shreveport looks great. Otherwise, looking pretty good when it comes to weather today. But those are our areas there that we mentioned earlier that have those storm predictions for the day. That's what is left there of Etta as she came across. As we move out here, lots of snow and storm warnings in these areas here. Utah, as you look at their winter weather advisory for them. If you're going to Denver for any reason, we've just lived here in the deep South so long, I don't know if we would know how to act in that kind of stuff. Look at all of that. That is that winter weather. Ice, snow, can't find your car type things. Boy, it's great living in Mississippi to some advantage, isn't it? 70-degree weather for us right now. So that's a quick look at what we've got. And I also wanted to show of what's going on with power outages. Let's take a quick look at that as we plumb through here. This hurricane cut through here. They've already got it down to only 888 people without power in the entire state of Florida. So they have been busy getting that back together. And of course, big states there, we've got all of these here that's had these ice storms going across. Michigan, 3,600, 4,600 in Washington. California is always a little something, 15,000. That's due to other reasons there in California. But that's a quick look at what is going on this morning with the different areas of weather and this, that, and the other. But great weather expected for us. Sunshine in 74. I'll have more on your outlook, the extended forecast coming up here in just a few moments as we get things rolling here. And Candace will join me momentarily here to talk a little bit about what's going on in local and national headlines.
Sanders Gas, Sanders Air and Heat is your full-service propane supplier since 1946. We take pride in ensuring reliable, friendly service to our customers. We also provide safety tune-ups related to propane, air conditioning, and heating systems, keeping our communities efficient and safe. I'm Chuck Sanders, and yes, we're local.
And welcome back with Scotty, Ray, and Candace. Hey, I forgot to ask you a minute ago. What do you think Hunter's going to be appointed to? Is he going to be like?
They'll probably make a new position for him.
Well, what do you call it when you go to those other countries and you're the representative?
He probably
ambassador.
Yeah, he might be in charge of like the social media
or financing, maybe.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know.
Head of the oil and gas division.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Are we going to put more money into the oil and stuff overseas again?
It's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming. So
who knows? I don't know.
But let's keep our fingers crossed. This is America. And what I didn't mention a while ago, those prophecies of people that are saying that Trump would serve 2 terms. Did any of them ever say it would be consecutive terms?
I want to say one did, but nobody really specifies that. They just say 2 terms. I just had seen that.
And I'm not running anybody down, so don't take this wrong. I have just never bumped into anybody or spoken to anybody personally who prophesized. And is it okay to call yourself a prophet?
Well, there is. I do believe there are prophets, but there's also, and the Bible speaks of it, false prophets. So, and it says to beware of stuff like that. So, you don't know what to think.
And I don't, because I was just sitting here thinking, how do you know that you are that? Does God?
Yeah.
What does God tell you? How do you know that you are?
Yeah. Anyway. I don't know. I know that, and I've said this before, that I feel like God has spoken to me a lot of times, just maybe the way I feel about something, or just a thought that is just overwhelming to me of something I need to do. And I look at that as God speaking to me.
Kurt said he spoke to him and he said to tell you go to work one day. But, I'm just, passing along information. I'm not sure that.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, my husband will tell me to go to work. I'm not one of those stay-at-home wives. Like, I don't, and I like to work, I do.
Well, it does your body good. Some people cannot do it at home. Yeah. Some people are great at it.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure myself out here.
Look, when we were quarantined at home for 2 months, I thought I was going to go insane. Okay, I could have been doing a million things, but all I found myself doing was just pacing around the house.
Hey, good news is our headlines yesterday, we saw where quarantine's coming for 6 weeks again.
Oh, great.
That may not happen, but
I hope it doesn't happen.
A headline.
I really do hope that does not happen.
Oh, me too.
Because I see a lot of businesses shutting down and not opening back up.
People hanging on right now.
Well, it's just like you're just trying to get your grips back, and then it's just like they're going to pull the rug out from under you again.
We don't need no more rugs, do we?
No, we do not.
All right, Mississippi is back in the news. Did you see this headline? And what do you say to it? I don't know.
Yeah,
now,
I did see that.
He accidentally spelled it wrong. Representative Price Wallace, and I don't know him. I'm not sure what district he's from. I should have looked it up beforehand. But he made that old statement there that we need to succeed from the Union and form our own country. He has since come back and said, "Whoops, I'm sorry."
Yeah.
And I'm going to work on my spell it. He's about like me. And you don't check it.
Well, I'm the same way. If I don't go back and check something, there's no telling what I've sent.
So, again, we're in the headlines.
Yeah.
Do you remember this headline from I don't know how many months ago? Maybe a month ago?
Who could forget that?
Okay.
Like, who could forget?
You're right. Jeffrey there, who worked for the New Yorker and also an analyst on CNN, has officially now, after the investigation, been fired.
Yeah.
Don't you think that investigation took a wee bit long? I mean, because you could pretty much look at the video and go, yep, you did that.
Yeah, but now, I don't know what he's going to do after this because, who's going to hire him?
Yeah, he's like the flasher. You'll think of Ray Stevens. Yes, they call him the
Him
street.
and Hunter Mike could go into business together.
Now, that's a good thought there, too. I don't, and where does this go? Because this Zoom thing is getting more and more popular with everything that happens of people, because they kind of dress down when they stay at home.
Yeah. Yeah, you've seen all kind of stuff. I saw the funniest thing, which I'm sure the people who were involved didn't think it was too funny, but this teacher trying to get these kids to wake up and get out of the bed, trying to do this virtual learning thing. And it was through a Zoom, I guess, a thing or something. And you see this person, you see this little kid turned around going like this, and there is a woman, like fully undressed, that walks across the back of the room.
Like the mama?
It's his mama. It's his mama that comes across the back of the room, and the teacher goes, "Oh my Lord,
that would be
somebody's
embarrassing."
naked. It was just the funniest thing. But of course, that was all over the internet because
Oh, I bet it was.
But,
so just remember, there's a lot of cameras everywhere you go now. It ain't the good old days where you can do what you want no more.
Yeah.
So those of you who are Ellen fans, what do you think? I didn't even know she offered this on her television show. She has a Be Kind box, gift box.
I'm still trying to figure out what all that is.
I can't tell myself there, but you pay $55. I'm not sure if it's a month, if it's quarterly, and you get these gifts, kind of like Oprah used to have the things.
Yeah.
And it's a value of $270, and you pay $55. Where everybody that got it said everything in it was junk. It broke, and they're mad. And
well, I will say Oprah stuff was always good stuff, though.
like if you happen to be in the new car audience there,
right? Or get you a big screen TV, or all these nice. They had a pretty nice.
She knew how to make people want to sit in her audience.
Yeah, and I don't know about all this stuff. Like I don't even know what all that is. Like I said,
that
I know
looks
that
like
the two little bean shaped looking things sitting there. Those are like under eye patch things.
Okay, these are earbuds, and everybody that got them said they wouldn't work straight out of the box. Now that must be some type of nose spray. That's a cup.
No, that's like I bet that's like they're called alcohol inks.
What do you do with that?
You see the paintings right behind that?
Oh.
See the little dish with the round circles?
Yeah.
You put those in there and use the paintbrush to paint it.
Yeah, I never had the
I don't know
urge
what
to
that
do
has to do with being kind, but
Me either.
yeah.
But oh well, if you're Ellen and you spend your $55, let her know if you didn't like it.
Yeah.
'Cause that's in the news today. And have you ever, of course not you, have you ever accidentally made a fool of yourself? and jump to
I
conclusions.
could probably write a book of how many times I've made a fool out of myself.
And it's jumping to conclusions. And I'm the world's worst about by myself when something doesn't go right. And then you step back and you go, oh, and you feel idiot to yourself. But it's worse when you do it publicly.
Yeah.
And this young lady from Kentucky had that. She bought a wedding dress, and she fires off a picture to the people that she bought it from, said the dress was nothing like she ordered, and they promptly sent back the email and said, you have your wedding dress inside out.
Don't you know she wanted to just like crawl under the...
And I guess she sucked on it for a couple of days there, and then she went ahead and posted it on Facebook and admitted to what she had done.
Yeah.
But, the dress, I didn't even notice the dress after I got to looking at whatever was on her back there.
Yeah.
And I still don't know what that is.
Oh, it's a tattoo down the middle of her back.
Because at first I thought it was part of a stitch of the dress, and then...
oh, really? Yeah. The dress laces up the back, And
apparently that's not.
Yeah,
I apparently missed that stage of life of wanting a tattoo because I have none and
I
don't intend on getting
either.
any.
Like I said one time when we were talking about tattoos, I think I got one of those henna tattoos. It's like temporary. It only lasts like a week, and then it just kind of fades. It's ugly to begin with. It looks like gold looking, like yellow brown. It's ugly. But I just did it to say I did it because I was with a group of my friends
who
were all getting real ones, and I was like, I ain't doing that. So, anyway.
Now we know Candace's stance on tattoos. Who remembers this? This goes back to Portland when everything was getting... And I'm not still sure that it's not still going on, just the media is focused on something else.
Yeah.
But the guy that beat the truck driver, they pulled him out and just kicked him and kicked him and kicked him.
Yeah.
He lived, but he gets 20 months for doing that.
It's a wonder he lived.
Yeah, it is.
You saw those blows that he took, and that last one I thought had killed him.
Now, I'm just talking out loud here. What's to say that he doesn't get good behavior and out in 6 months?
Oh, yeah.
A lot of the rioters or protesters, however you want to word it, charges already been dropped in them in these big cities.
Yeah.
So what was the purpose of actually ever giving them a ticket?
Right. I mean, you get a slap on the wrist and you're going to do it again. I mean,
In other news, Alabama. We hadn't talked about our friends down in Alabama. Yeah. And nothing like an Alabama woman who starts taking her clothes off on a flight and make an emergency landing.
Yeah.
She was, I think, intoxicated before she got on the Big Bird.
Have you ever heard that song? I know you have. Tequila makes your clothes fall off.
Yeah, Joe.
I wonder if she was drinking tequila.
It may have been. But she got sick after drinking a lot and decided that she couldn't wear those breeches no more. And she just stood up in front of God and everybody and took them off.
Then she threw up on herself.
She did.
Right?
She
That's
did.
nasty. But
and then she slapped the flight attendant. And that's what makes an airplane land these days.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I'm just saying, if I got sick on myself, on my clothes, I would probably be missing for a while and be in the bathrooms taking but I wasn't in front of everybody.
She did it. She was, what was that old Hank Williams Jr. song, The Mobile Boogie? She's doing that down there at the jailhouse now.
That'd be awful, though. Don't you know they closed up in a plane and somebody gets sick?
Oh, boy.
Ooh.
I can see it. You're smelling it from here.
Oh,
The thought
gosh.
of
That'd
it.
be like one of those chain reaction things. Where
every-
everybody starts...
It's like a sneeze or a yawn.
Right. It'd be horrible. Yeah.
And then that sound, which I don't even want to hear.
I just said we was going to talk about good things.
And what happened?
And now I'm thinking that's what I'm thinking about. And then, no.
And a lot of you will say now, Clint who? Yeah, because he really has fell off the radar.
Yeah.
I don't see much about Clint Black.
I know. You don't hear about him much anymore. I always liked him, though.
But, once he started dating Lisa Hartman, he just kind of, I remember the interview when I was on radio where he was all of a sudden went from a pickup truck to driving a Porsche, and it was a change from
Just
there on.
Total different, yeah.
Not that he done anything wrong, but his lifestyle changed, and he just...
Yeah.
You don't see him at many events. Clint who? But this show, The Masked Singer, have you watched it?
Like I said, I have never seen this. I've never even heard of this.
Now, they bring people, this bottom picture here, they dress like owls, their heads covered up, and I don't quite understand it if it's the audience or if they have like a stage crew like on those other shows where 4 or 5 of them had to guess who it is. And it ended up being Clint Black and his wife, Lisa Hartman.
I'm going to have to look that up and see if I can find a video where I can watch it watch them singing and see.
I guess it's similar to that lip sync show that's so huge.
Now, I did see something like that where you don't know if they're really singing or if they can sing or not.
Well, the original song sings and they get up and they lip it. And whoever does it the best lip sync wins it.
Okay, yeah. I've seen commercials and stuff from that, like little previews. But
Yeah, it's not my pick, but
people are kind of getting desperate for stuff to watch. To me, I think
it is.
Coming up with all stuff.
I still go back to my favorite Longmire. I mean, boy, is that a good show. Have you watched it?
No, I have not seen that. But when we were camping, we can only get 4 channels. Okay.
Oh,
I feel like I'm back like 6 years old again when we could get like 2 or 3 channels, and you had to have the rabbit ears, and we'd stick the tinfoil on them. Did y'all ever do that? I don't know.
Yep.
But
who hadn't?
Yeah. Anyway, so we had like 4 channels, and one of the shows that was on one morning, and my son was watching it before he went to school, was My 3 Sons. Do you remember that?
Oh
show?
yeah, I remember it.
And so he loved it. And then Leave It to Beaver came on, and he loved that. And I was like, oh, I just wish that
TV shows had morals back then. They're gone now.
I just wish that it was more like that. More innocence.
I don't see it coming back as much as I want to sit here and tell a fib. I don't see that.
Well, I wish, everything comes back around. I wish that would come back around.
Hollywood is involved now. Hollywood at one point looked at America differently than they do now.
I just feel like, though, and I feel like that some of this awful mess is going to be weeded out. And I feel like maybe
I hope you're
we're going
right.
to see some better things coming. I just feel like, because I feel like that's what most of America wants.
They do want it, but it's these larger cities that hold and the people that run these companies that think differently than we do.
But you see these other news networks popping up now that are for the better, and I feel like they're going to kind of slowly but surely shut these other things down.
The only way it would work is a new network come about, because you got CBS, NBC, and ABC, and all of these. You would have to have a network that is dedicated to family programming to make it work.
Yeah.
But and as much as you want, like the PTL and those those, they've just never taken off. You would have to have some regular programming to reach all of America to bring them in and then sell your message. But that's what it would take, is a whole new network executives.
Well, I hope we'll see that before I leave the earth.
Well, let's hope so there. How many do you think you got left?
I don't know. I don't know. Like yesterday, I was just getting in my vehicle and just turned wrong. And something popped in my neck. I'm like, really?
Oh.
I've been doing a little bit better, because when I had that wreck back in January.
Yeah.
And going to the chiropractor, and I'd feel a little better, and then I'd feel, just got in my car and sat down and turned to put my purse on the seat, and something popped.
I've had friends bend down, pick a piece of paper, tie their shoe, and they couldn't get up.
Yeah, my husband said he'd been over to pick up a screwdriver one time and pulled a muscle. I'm like, really?
Yeah, it doesn't happen.
I'm 46,
It
at this rate.
doesn't normally happen when you're 20s, but over that 30 mark, things don't work like
I'm
they
on a
used to.
downhill slope. So, Scotty, ready to answer your question? I don't know,
I was thinking of, what was it, 39 and holding.
Yeah. I'm just thankful when I wake up in the morning.
That your eyes will move.
Right.
Well, we certainly appreciate you tuning in this morning and listening to us. We've got more coming up with a recap of the weather for the weekend as it comes about. And enjoy us and join us back Monday morning right here with Scotty, Ray, and Candace. B Street is where you'll find the graphics guru. You can call them at 485-1400. And, of course, they handle anything when it comes to graphic art. And what I mean by that, maybe you're looking, let's see here all the different things that they do. You're looking for vinyl lettering for your pickup truck to make this a working billboard everywhere you go. It sticks out, lets people know what you're doing. They also can do so many other different things. Now, this is just great. You can have pictures done if you're wanting to have something for Christmas, and we'll have some examples of that next week of what they can do. Now, of course, this is for your fleet services. If you've got rigs and you need lettering on the doors, you need DOT numbers put on, if you need flags, decorative work, they do that also. Now, wraps. That's one of the big things that businesses do when you pull up and you need yours to stand out above the rest, as we've got here. Look at these. These look really good with Snowbiz here. This is what it looked like before, and this is what it looks like now. Completely different, isn't it? Really stands out. You'll like that. And, of course, they've done Magnolia Beverage. They've done their trucks. As you go into things of this nature, maybe you've got a truck that you carry around the site. You do training. You want it to stick out to show what it is. Really, really looks good. And when it comes down to maybe you've got a coffee shop, and of course this is Jumpstart Coffee. You've seen them around Meridian as well. They've done that for them. If you've got the logo, they can do that. They can even design the logo. If you can just come in and say, look, I've got this idea. This is what I'd like to do. Talk to Zane. Zane will do that, build it for you in no time flat, and have you looking good and on the street where you can be seen. And again, that's Graphics Guru for anything that you may be looking for. They can fix you up. If you're looking for portraits, if you're looking for banners, they do all of those types of things. Again, Graphics Guru, see Zane Royal, call him. He'll certainly help you out there on B Street. It's on the right-hand side of the road as you're going down. Well, good morning. I hope your day has started out well. You've had several cups of coffee, and by now you really feel good about yourself. Some days we don't, do we? Just to be honest. As we go back to talk weather this morning, and let's zoom in now and take a look at what's going on for the next extended forecast. We need to know what's going to happen there. As we go down to Enterprise this morning and look at this next 7 days here, as we say 75, tomorrow we'll hit that 76. Look, no chances of rain for the next 7 days. Now, as we get to Monday is when temperatures will start being in the 60s, but they'll, for the most part, be in the upper 60s all week long next week. So great weather in line for us, nothing bad. But again, we are way above temperature this month in November as we head toward that home stretch toward Thanksgiving. But going to be warm. Wow. What did we say about all of that? And again, as we go back to current conditions and then look at what we've got this morning, nice and cool at this point as we begin the day at 47. And again, it's not going to stay there very long when it comes to the weather like this. It's going to heat on up and be about 75 today. So that's a quick look at what we've got going on in weather this morning to give you an idea on how to plan and what to do this week. As always, should storms break out, I'll be here to give you street-by-street coverage right up to your doorstep. And trust me, that day will come when we start having those thunderstorms again that produce tornadoes. I'll be here to give you that and let you know where it is and how close it is into the vicinity of you to make sure that you're safe. All that right here. It's Scotty Ray's Weather. And a big thank you to, and I hope you enjoy your weekend. Boy, that's always good to have those, isn't it? As always, more to come. It's Scotty Ray's Weather.
During these challenging times, there are some things that you can count on every day. One of them is that Rick Justice Automotive will work hard to help you find just the right vehicle. Rick Justice has late model, low mileage vehicles and 72-month, 72,000-mile warranties available on all vehicles. Come see us today, and we'll show you how we've been helping your friends and relatives find the car, truck, or SUV that was right for them. We will earn your business.
Scotty Ray's Weather is brought to you by